Hi everybody, it's me, Plantine Charlene, and today I wanted to share a bit of my plants that I have propagating, whether it's in water, sphagnum moss, or anything that's not soil. So stay tuned. One of the things I forgot to mention is that not all of these things will look great, so I just wanted to share with you guys what I'm trying to do and whether I'm doing it well or if I'm doing okay or if I'm just totally epic failing at it. But before I move on, y'all know I must give my shout outs to anyone and everyone who watches my videos. I am so thankful. I have seen a slight increase in my subscribers and I'm appreciative. But remember, if you're watching, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below, click the bell to know when a new video has posted, and share with anyone that you think would appreciate seeing my videos. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to get to the first plant, and you guys, it is this right here. Okay, so the top part, this is a Dracaena, I believe, and it was in soil at one point. It was fine. I'm looking at it right now and I'm noticing all this yellowing as it's going down the stem, and even more so, you see how it's like as if it was crushed and dented in right there. But yet I had started seeing this push out, but even that now is looking really, really sad. There's a lot of, on this side you can see it more. All of that is roots, but they don't look healthy. So, I think I'm gonna take it out, show you guys. Yeah, those roots don't look happy at all. So I'm going to rinse them off. I'm gonna cut this plant all the way down to about right to that line below my fingernail, maybe one more down, and hope for the best, because there's some new roots in there, but it's not at its happiest, and this soil, it really needs to be cleaned out. So this is going to be a do-over. So that's one. Okay, damn, I'm so close. We're back. All right. Sorry about that. The next plant I'm going to show you is this one, my coffee plant. It was in soil when I originally purchased it. I eventually put it in leca. It has a lot of roots, but at times I forget to add water to it, so that's where all of this yellowing and browning of the leaves is coming into play. At one point this plant was attacked by mealybugs, but it didn't last long, and I'm very happy about that. I do have a lot of new leaves coming, but you see how well, it must be the way it's starting to grow from the leca. I don't know, because you see how it's curving toward each other, and then eventually it pushes out. But that's not how they originally grew, because these leaves were like these two before, and then, you know, but I find that a little weird. So I'm gonna move on to the next plant. All right, quick little thing though, this one is doing better. The stem has definitely gotten a lot longer. It's probably doubled in size. So this one is somewhere in the middle of doing okay. I really have to remember to stand back. But anyway, the next plant is just two of them, are these right here. Now, look at this. I can't stand that when that algae builds up, but it's so attached to the roots. Even when I clean this out, which I need to do, I'm just being lazy, that algae comes right back, and it's really annoying. I've tried to read up on it as much as I could. Some say it doesn't harm the plant. I have to say it hasn't harmed these plants at all. I took these cuttings from a plant that I purchased from, who I can't remember, but if I do, I'll put it down below. and the soil just wasn't doing well for the plant, so I took it out. They've been living in this living in water for about 3 years now, and it's pushed out some new stems. This one though, you see, I don't know if you guys, you can see how wrinkled that is. It looks like it's in dire need of water, but I'm assuming because it's pushing out this new leaf, or definitely this new leaf, that leaf will be sacrificed. And this new leaf is really tall compared to the rest. And I'm very happy though that these are doing well. Okay, I have several plants. I can't show you all of those plants that I have living in soil. So I'm just gonna, not living in soil. So I'm just gonna pick a few that I feel I would wanna share so that this video is not too long. So here's the next plant, and it's my neon pothos. I did a bunch of cuttings. It's doing very well. It's, ooh, jeez. Okay, let me put that down. It's living in sphagnum moss. I've had it in here for some time. You can see all of the roots there. I keep that cover that I just put down over it. It's doing pretty good, but I will say the leaves are a lot smaller. This size here was about the average leaf size, and as you can see, it's like 1/3. Let me see, they're much smaller when you look inside here. Well, maybe some are. It's turning me into a fibber, but basically this one is doing very well, so I'm very happy with this. Okay, so the next plant I want to show you that I have living in sphagnum moss is this. Scindapsus or Scindapsus, I don't know which is the proper pronunciation. You can see all the roots there. I will give a video to show you guys, whether I have it on the side, maybe I should move over, to show you how I have this covered. It was something that I purchased from IKEA. This was purchased from Australia, but the cover is from IKEA. And this leaf is the largest of them all. This is the largest I've ever grown on this plant ever, and I'm so happy. I have more than, I have Cebu blue in here too, see it there, and I know I put something else in here, I just don't remember, or at least I think I did. But the Cebu blue is not doing bad, but the leaves are much smaller than its parent, and I'm going to show you that one next. But overall, this plant is doing very, very well, and I'm happy. The leaves, what I noticed for me is that when I put plants in a humid environment, the leaves grow a lot larger than when they're just getting regular humidity from the universe. So I can't give it as much light, and I believe that's why these leaves inside, if you see here, for the Cebu blue, are much smaller than, as I said, I'll show you the next plant, its parent, where I cut them from. But you know, I have to remember to keep turning it. I don't remember to keep turning it, but this plant is doing the best. And maybe it's just like dominating, I don't know. But the smallest leaf, I don't know, but it's really, really nice. I love how it looks, so winning. And as I said, here is the next plant that I wanted to show you. This Cebu blue. It's not looking good at all. I don't know what's going on. I'm seeing a lot of this happening to the leaves, the discoloration. I've checked for pests. At one point there were mealybugs on this plant, but that was over a year ago. And I'm seeing a lot of unhappiness. So this is living in leca. You see there, that's the charcoal that's stuck to the roots. But it's, you know, developing a lot of roots. I'm probably, as I stand here and start talking, thinking that I need to upgrade it into a larger size pot and stay with the leca, because I don't know if anyone knows. Please tell me why this is happening to these leaves. If you see it, it's on several leaves, and my first thought was pest, but I don't think so. And I recently cut it because it was getting real straggly, and then this happened again. You see there's a lot of spacing before there's a new leaf. So I'm gonna cut this again, and I was hoping it would promote it to grow some more up top because I want it bushier. And as you see, these leaves were bigger than the ones that were on the cuttings that I showed you inside the glass container that was living in sphagnum moss. So if you have any instructions for me to help this do better, please tell me. I give it super grow, whatever that stuff is called, and you know, fertilizer. Okay, another plant that I'm going to show you is this one, my domino peace lily, which before, I don't know, it's actually starting to look better, as sad as that may be. So I don't have video of how bad it looked prior, but it used to look better than this. I'm sorry, worse than this, and it looked better than this too. But now, lately, this has never flowered for me. At one point it was really full, and then it started to yellow up a lot like this, and it's living in leca. Let's see if I can show you guys the roots. There's the roots. Okay, as you can hear, it's sitting in the water. But I think I may need to upgrade this one too. I think that it's probably sitting in one pot for too long, the size. But overall, you know, I really like this plant. I have one other peace lily left, and that one has flowered for me several times. This one has not, and I would really love to see this one with some flowers. So this one is doing okay. All right, guys, the next one that I'm going to show you is this one, my Dracaena. I forget what it's called. I think it's a tricolor, but I'm not sure. So it's living in, what do you call this again? Oh God, I can't remember right now. I forget, but it's doing fine. I have charcoal at the bottom to help with odor and whatnot and absorption of the water, so the roots aren't just sitting in the water, because I'm not sure how fast it'll evaporate from this. I'm out of breath. But I really like how it looks. It looks like a palm tree somewhere in the Caribbean. So sometimes I forget to water it because I can't see really where the water level is. So there's why there's this browning or dry leaf thingies going on. But overall, this plant is doing good. And the other part of it lives in leca. So I'll show you guys that in a hot second. Hot second has passed, and here it is. This one, like I said, is living in leca. You can see the root system is really good. Look at that super thick root, not that green thing, that's a string, yarn. But it's living in the leca. I forget to water this one as well. That's why you see even more of these kind of leaves on here. But, you know, overall, these were all together at one point. They were doing lovely. I think they got attacked by some kind of plant pest. I can't remember. So I separated them. I said, let me try something different with the different pieces. But I put two in here and one in the stone I can't remember. And so far so good as far as the growth of the plant. The pests are gone, and you know, I have it at one, I think at one point also I wasn't giving it enough light, so it was just really green. But when I put it in the proper light, that's when that pink started to show, which is something that this plant will start to do if you give it the right amount of light. If you don't give it the right amount of light, it's just going to be basic green. And what attracted me to this plant so much was the pink on the leaves on the edges. So there is this second half, or whatever you want to call it. All right, guys, so the next plant I'm going to show you is this one. And it's this one, my Manjulu pothos or Philodendron. I can't remember. You guys know. And this one is doing very well. As you can see here, it has a nice rooting system. There's some new roots growing, nice and happy. Oh, I'm just noticing that growing up the side. It looks like it was going, oh yeah, it looks like it's going to possibly push out a leaf. And maybe it will. Oh, I'm going to have to look into this because I had no idea that, my hair. I had no idea that that was happening. And it's possible that because it wasn't able to push out all the way to get light, because it looks like that little brown part is a leaf. So I'm gonna have to do a little research, see if I can keep it like that. No, I don't think I will. But that's it. This one is doing very well. Okay, the next one I'm going to show you guys is this one, my Aglaonema. I think this may be a red wishes. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I do see that it's getting a new leaf. There were more in here living in this sphagnum moss. I took them out and I put them in soil. This one, the roots weren't long enough, so I put it back in here. And once it develops strong enough roots, I am going to put it into the pot with the other ones that are doing pretty well. So this one is a good one as well. All right, guys, last but not least is this next plant, and here it is. It's a Hoya, and I can't remember the name, but if I find it, I'll put it below. When it arrived, it arrived bare rooted, so I just decided I would just keep it in water. It came with all of these leaves down here. Eventually it put out this one, and then I'm seeing I have a new one coming now. So I'm very excited about that. I am not familiar though with all of that. Is that just like roots, aerial roots that develop on this type of Hoya, or all Hoyas? Because I noticed more than one of my Hoyas have done this, and you can see there, I'm sorry if that's blurry, but there's a lot of that along the stem. At first I thought it was going to be a bunch of new leaves coming out, and then I took a better look and saw no, that it was what I believe is aerial roots. So anyway, that is that plant living in water, pushing out a new leaf here. I am bothered that there's nothing here all the way up until this point. I was hoping a new leaf would come out somewhere in this area, but who am I to complain, right? It's pushing out a new leaf, so it's happy. So there we go. And what I did notice is that, and I don't know if it's going to pick up on here, but those splashes are a little pinkish. It may not show as well as it does to the naked eye, but they are a little pinkish. So, you know, I was like, is that normal? I don't know. I'm not that familiar with this Hoya, but Hoyas are one of my best family of, what is it? I can't remember the word I'm looking for, but I really enjoy Hoyas. Next to, it doesn't matter, I can't remember. So that is the plant. All right, guys, as I noted, that was the last plant. That was several of my plants that I have living in non-soil. So they were either living in leca, water, or sphagnum moss. From my experience, I'm gonna say the ones that have done the best are the ones living in leca. Then the next would be water, and then sphagnum moss. But to be honest, sphagnum moss and the water are probably about even as far as how well they're doing. But as I noted earlier, if they are receiving any type of high humidity, the leaves tend to grow a lot bigger. So I'm happy about that. And on that note, I want to say thank you for watching. If you're still at this area of my video, I hope you've considered subscribing today. Make sure you like the video, comment below, share, and click the bell to know when I've posted a new video. I appreciate you all. I want to wish you all well. God bless. Stay healthy, stay safe, and keep planting. Keep planting. Boo boy, boo boy. Peace out.